Das wäre eigentlich auch Folter.
What looks like the bottom of a
Geht
broken
aber nicht.
glass. A blood-stained wristwatch with a glass. The bloodstains show that the murderer began to torture Boccherini on the dining table itself. That was where his hands were torn off. As a result, his wristwatch fell to the ground. How did the body reach its current position?
Wie, nicht nur wie kam die Leiche dahin, sondern auch
The trail of blood from the dining room
wie
to the
kam
hall.
denn die Hände ins andere Zimmer da. So, und jetzt? Noch? Ja, dieses.
A door in the corridor jammed shut. It opens onto the same room. The lamp, torn off its brackets and blocking. A door in the kitchen.
Wir haben ja fast nichts mehr. Oh shit, ja.
A broken whiskey glass found in the dirty plates.
Das
Dirty
geht aber
plates,
auch.
glasses.
Das geht auch nicht. Das denke ich war auch
The
nicht.
lamp, torn off its brackets and blocking the stair. Boccherini, already minus hands, was dragged into the hall, where the murderer used the brackets of the lamp to complete his macabre diorama.
Aha, dann haben wir noch den Gast. Den da. Das ist natürlich das da.
Dirty plates, glasses, and silverware from the dirty dishes and glasses prove that Boccherini ate lasagna with one other person. Was Boccherini's guest still in the house when the murderer showed up?
Zeuge. Was nehmen wir da? Das da.
A broken whiskey glass found in the dining room.
Und ja, eigentlich ist das ja das gleiche da. Es wird wahrscheinlich beides nicht gehen. Denke ich mal. Das wird auch nicht gehen, oder?
What looks
Ah,
like
doch.
the bottom of a broken glass. It seems clear that Boccherini and his guest were drinking when the murderer took them by
Aha,
surprise.
so, ja, in dieser Hinsicht.
The real question is, what happened to the witness? Did they escape? Did the murderer take them? Or are they still in the house?
Ja, ist er denn noch in dem
Door
Raum
in the
drin?
kitchen, locked from the door in the corridor jammed shut. One locked door could be a coincidence, but two locked doors which open onto the same room can't be. Either I'm completely wrong, or the witness is in that room. But I need Milton to open one of those doors.
Da haben wir das Rätsel gelöst und plötzlich stehen wir wieder bei der Person. Und jetzt läutet's.
Mr. Ness, can you open the door for me?
Boah, sind wir erschrocken. Ich auch gerade. Bisschen von der Musik her.
It was open. Why did you ring?
I thought I should use the doorbell so I wouldn't
Ja.
startle you.
I didn't notice there was a doorbell.
Says the man Milton had left in charge of an important investigation. So, what can you tell me to restore my faith in you as a detective?
What is that?
Not a good start. It's a camera, so Alphonse can see all this.
All right. Follow me. Boccherini had company for dinner. Someone from Vermont with the initials OB. Someone whose social status was a lot higher, but who was on the same side of the law.
Genau, einer von ihm.
He served lasagna, and after clearing away the dishes, they opened a bottle of whiskey in the dining room. That was when the murderer burst in on them, coming through the window which he broke with his own body weight.
Wow.
Boccherini, or maybe his guest, pulled a gun, but it was a waste of time. The murderer was so fast he was disarmed before he could fire. He focused his attention on Boccherini, totally ignoring the guest, and lifted him up into the air. He then threw him against the dining room table so hard that one of the glasses of whiskey was embedded in Boccherini's back. He span around, clawing at the table, and immediately afterwards the murderer ripped off his hands. I have no idea how he did it, but all the evidence suggests he just pulled. Blood sprayed everywhere. The wristwatch fell to the ground. He dragged him through the corridor into the hall. He tore down the lamp, hung him from the brackets, and stabbed steel rods through his body. He skewered him on the iron bars, possibly taken from the fence outside, and pulled out his teeth one by one. Then he pulled his teeth out one by one as he died. Finally, he scooped out his eyes with a teaspoon. Boccherini must have been dead when the murderer went to the bathroom with his hands in his teeth. There, he arranged them to make an altar, weaving the fingers together and placing the teeth inside. Next, he painted something on the wall in blood, a symbol which I don't recognize, but which could have some kind of ritualistic significance. When he'd finished his artwork, he left. I don't know what he did with the eyes.
You're telling me that someone did all this armed with a teaspoon?
More or less.
And you worked all this out on your own, just by looking?
More or less.
I don't know which of the two of you scares me more.
Ja, wir sind Profi, oder?
Wait a second. What about the guest?
Genau.
Right. Come with me.
Ramm die Tür ein.
Nothing.
Nichts.
Turns out Mr. Untouchable isn't infallible. But you were close. Congratulations.
This must be Boccarini's office. Let's take a quick look around.
All yours.
Okay, wir sehen uns noch im Büro um. Immerhin. Hallo, kann ich hier wieder mal... Gefängnis zurück, Boccarini oder Lesestoff.
You're at a crime scene, and you sit down to read?
Titus Andronicus. One of the actors on the Hindenburg lent it to me. They're performing it soon. You couldn't ask for more appropriate reading material. Murder, mutilation, torture. Shakespeare's got it all.
Interessant. Da haben wir doch noch das Boccarini.
We've lost the only lead we had to help us find Sophia Capone.
You think Boccarini's murder could be related?
Maybe. It's hard to say.
Gefängnis.
Why'd you go to jail?
For murder, but...
You didn't do it, of course.
Of course I did it. But I didn't intend to.
Aha, okay. Das waren wohl alle, die wir auswählen konnten. Hier hat's noch was. Aktenkoffer, oder? Jo. Einmal. Zweimal. Geld.
Jesus, there's at least $1 million here.
Mm-hmm. Boccarini's?
I'd be surprised. Probably his guests, and I doubt it was to pay Boccarini for his services. None of his forgeries are worth that much.
Also entweder ging es genau ums Geld und der Täter hat es nicht gefunden, aber ich denke mal eher, es ging nicht ums Geld. Da. Denn sonst wäre die Bude auf den Kopf gestellt.
Carlo, I have the goods for OB, but I have to take the children to school tomorrow and I can't make the meetup. Friday, same time, same place. It's signed NI.
Mm-hmm. These initials are getting to be a pain in the ass, right?
I have to take the kids to school tomorrow. I don't think this is some loving divorced daddy, Milton.
I take back what I just said.
Aha.
The driver's license of one John Martinson and Osmond Burke. OB.
OB. Aha.
Do we know him?
Der hat schon wieder.
The eldest son of the richest family in Vermont, convicted rapist. He was arrested thanks to the testimony of his father, who wound up disinheriting him. He escaped from prison last week. He broke into the family home and slit the throats of all his relatives one by one, opened the safe and got away with a fortune.
They don't make jails like they used to. All starting to add up, isn't it?
Oh, Scheiße. Scheiße. Oh, Scheiße. Es ging wohl ein bisschen zu schnell, da war ich so vertieft auf die Story.
All starting to add up, isn't it?
Oh nein, nein, nicht nochmal. Jetzt habe ich gedacht, oh, Scheiße. Dann halt nochmals.
All starting to add up, isn't it?
Schlag ihn nieder. Oh. Alter, was ist das für ein Duell? Alter. Das Game kann man eben mit dem Controller auch spielen. Da würde es sicher besser gehen. Alter. Konzentration jetzt.
Milton! You're doing fine on your own, Mr. Ness. I believe in you.
Und jetzt aber, komm schon. Nee, nicht nochmal. Das reicht aber langsam. Komm schon. Schlag ihm eine. Voll das Bud Spencer-Duell hier. Nee, nicht ins Messer, nicht zum Messer. Ah, bist du blöd. Ja. Oh, da ist die Lampe auch kaputt.
Get out of my way, I said! He's coming back!
Who's coming back?
Him! The monster!
The guy who killed Boccherini?
He was a monster! Oh, get your hands off me, Negro!
What was he like? Describe him for me.
It was a monster. Red and black. I mean, his head reached the ceiling. He tore off his hands with his claws! It was a monster!
Oh.
A monster!
Should I hit him again?
Machen wir nein.
Burke, shut up. You're Osmond Burke, right?
Yes.
Good. Now pay attention, Burke, because I have a question for you.
Notizdokument Koffer. Dann machen wir. Koffer interessiert mich jetzt weniger mal gerade, weil wir für die Kinder suchen, nicht für das Geld. Da gehen wir mal auf die Notiz.
Who wrote this note?
Nikolai Ivankov.
Rings a bell.
One of Capone's right-hand men 20 years ago. What does this stuff about kids mean?
I don't know.
Calm down, Burke. You were going to meet up with him, right?
Yes, at the docks, berth 42, right next to where the alligator 3 is moored.
So what's the meetup time?
Tomorrow at noon. Tomorrow.
Tomorrow? No, it's going to be tonight.
Oho.
Don't get too comfortable. We'll be there in no time.
Krankenhaus, Lokal, Polizei. Krankenhaus.
You need painkillers. I hate the fact that I'm taking an interest in your health, but it's the law.
I'm afraid not, Mr. Ness. I have to take him to Alphonse.
Out of the question. I know his temper. He'll beat him to a pulp.
Listen, if the missing girl was your granddaughter, you wouldn't forgive me if I didn't let you see the only suspect who could lead us to her.
Okay.
Okay, dann halt nicht. Aber ich meinte jetzt eben mit Lokal, dachte ich, unser Lokal.
Shucks.
What?
I thought that bloodbath would cover up the smell of stale grease. I was wrong.
Und da fahren wir davon. Bei Anbruch der Dunkelheit. Errungenschaft freigestaltet, Blut und Staub. Dinner.
Elliot?
Ah, Delphine.
Oh, thank God you're here. The lights were off, so I thought that... I'm sorry. I got out of the hospital late, then I went to the station to pick up Jim's check, and when they told me... I'm scared.
Of what?